I have an update on the Lily Tino's friend situation because he has sent me another email. I'm going to show you guys. But yes, Lily Tino has a bunch of supporters. There's a bunch of them right now who are trying to slander me, discredit me. The same people that did the same thing when I outed Taversia, even after she was evicted and the pictures of inside of her house where she was running the fucking cult shit happened. And then the predator before them. There is a long history of shitty people like Lily Tino, these fucking predators, doing whatever they can to cover for each other. They have support groups. They have groups on this fucking app. I recently played on the podcast, and there's also, you can find the video. I have this one called Rumors Proof. That's this person on video saying, I don't care what he's guilty of, talking about a pedophile that was convicted. And then also talking about how it was so sad that this one predator who raped 3 little girls took his own life. It was making it seem like it was a bad thing. Like, these sickos will go to any length. And that's why I warned people beforehand. They will go to any length to try to cover for these nasty motherfuckers. But one thing that did get pointed out with the interview with Lily Tino's friend is somebody said, like, Pearl wasn't out, like, yet whenever this stuff happened with this conversation with their friend. Which, once again, those screenshots are up. I'm going to flash them again on here. Super quickly, you're going to have to pause to read because every single time I post screenshots, this freaking app wants to take it down. And I know it's that fucking predator supporter group will falsely report it and say it's bullying and harassment. What all I'm doing is showing their actions. That's why I end up having to make the Google Drive. But I confronted him about that. I said, hey, so like, because at first people were saying, oh, Pearl didn't go viral in 2024. I was like, oh, no. Pearl went viral before. It was before she went viral, but she was already like doing this BS misogynistic crap before then. Like, I found videos back as 2021. So I was like, wait a minute. But then I couldn't find anything for 2020. So I confronted him about it. I was like, hey, so like I can't find anything, you know, these screenshots and stuff. The screenshots you sent me are talking about, you know, Lily Tino being friends with Pearl. Not friends, but supporting Pearl, being a big fan of Pearl. My bad, not friends with Pearl, but a fan of Pearl. And I was like, so what happened here? Like, you know, timeline, that part didn't add up. And he finally emailed me back and he confessed that he was actually friends with Lily Tino a lot longer. He let Lily Tino back into his life at one point. He said he was going through a rough patch. I'm just going to show you the screenshot here in a second. But he had not told his wife. He confessed that he had not told his wife about this. His wife thought he had left those groups for good, cut off Lily Tino, you know, back then. But he actually had not. And he came forward. He, you know, said he confessed to his wife. I don't know how that conversation went. But he said he confessed to his wife. So he did email me back and sent me this full confession. You're going to have to pause to read, like I said. So this is the confession. I'm going to show the screenshots from Lily Tino again in a second. From their Nick Consnow account, which was when they were in the incel groups. But like I summed it up, he said that yes, they were friends for a lot longer. But everything else he said was still true. He just didn't want to admit because his wife didn't know that they would. He says his wife was the reason why he left those incel groups and started to realize and everything. But she didn't know that he had been in them for that long. And also, quick reminder before I show the screenshots of what Lily Tino was saying. Like I said, I've never misgendered Lily Tino. I have purposely made sure I always say she and say Lily. So anytime somebody comes in my comments and brings it up and says, oh, you're saying Lily is not a trans woman, I've never said that. I've pointed out their actions. And when you point out that the pronouns thing, when somebody is not misgendering them, your argument is completely invalidated. I make sure that that argument is completely invalidated. I make sure I've never called her he. Because y'all will come in the comments and try to make it all about pronouns. Well, ironically, some of y'all will literally misgender me in the same sentence. And it's like, what the fuck? Make up your damn mind. But if somebody is sitting there only using female pronouns for Lily Tino and only saying Lily Tino, and then you come in and say, oh, you're misgender, you're transphobic, that completely invalidates it. Completely invalidates your argument because they're not. Like, you will not find me calling Lily Tino a man at all. So you can't argue that I'm misgendering them and it's about being transphobic. It's not transphobia at all. You're proving that it was never about pronouns for you because I'm someone that's never done that. So when you do that on people like me's videos, you are proving that you don't actually care about the pronouns. You just want an excuse to defend Lily Tino. Also, once again, I'm not related to Lily Tino or Chris Chan. I've said it a million times and I'm really tired of that rumor. I am not related to either one of those motherfuckers. That's another one of the shit that, like, those fucking Lily Tino pedophile supporters was making up. I have proof that everything they've said is false, so they just start making up new stuff. I'm getting really tired of it. But here's the screenshots once again of Lily Tino stuff. I'm gonna do it really fast. Pause to read. These are messages between John, as we're calling him, and Lily Tino when they went by Nick Consnow on social media. This was from when they were in the groups. You can see how they talk about women and their wanting revenge and thinking that women should act like Disney princesses. I'm praying this stays up, since screenshot videos constantly get taken down on here. Once again, there's another creator, I'll tag them in below, that has this stuff up. They're in the drawing. But yeah, Lily Tino has defenders. That these predators have defenders that will go above and beyond. One of them has even edited a video with an audio they added to another video to fake a whole CP story about me to try to cover up for these king sickos. They've done it every single time I have outed like one of these motherfuckers, because it's not my first time outing them. But I will never back down. I will never stop outing them. They'll always claim that there's no proof because they don't want people to go look at the proof. But once again, playlists, there's legal documents, there's arrest records, there's videos of the predators I've outed. There is a video of one of them admitting to manipulation techniques and bragging about doing it to their own followers to get people to believe them, to cover for these predators. But don't worry, there is plenty of people with more than two brain cells to rub together that are smart enough to fact check and smart enough to know that these sick motherfuckers need off this planet. So fingers crossed that this stays up this time. And I have told John I've been encouraging him to do a podcast with, or an interview or whatever with another creator too, who is more experienced. And I know he said that he was going to be looking into doing it with one of them. So hopefully he'll be able to share more information. I know he was really worried about losing his job again because of that situation where the Latino defenders literally cost him his job last time he tried to out this piece of crap. And once again, for the people that are using this just to be transphobic, like saying that all trans people are bad because of the Latino, no. The Latino is just a piece of shit that does not belong in this community.